Hi, I'm Janet Nepales, and I'm here today in Los Angeles with RC Caylan, who is fresh from his show in Paris Fashion Week. Hello there, RC. Congratulations on your show in Paris Fashion Week. Tell us more about your collection. What kind of collection is this? I know it's Infinity, but tell us more about that collection.
Thank you for having me. The show in Paris Fashion Week was great. Theme is Infinity. When you talk about infinity, there's no end. So the collection itself, it's using a lot of techniques for embellishments, the appliques, and all that, the embroideries, and even there's a lot of hand sewing. You can see all the details from the infinity details is through the embellishments.
And how many pieces were there in this collection?
I did 22 looks for this collection, and it's so fitting because the venue was so perfect. It was Infinity, and it was held in the American Cathedral. It was like, I was like, it's just meant to be this collection, and it was great.
And it was your second time to be in Paris, right?
Yes, it was. It was my second time. The first one was last March, and it was a private presentation, but this time it's an actual runway, much better, and you can, and it's just different when you see people in person, in live. It's when you see your models walking all through the runways. It's just amazing feeling.
What's your inspiration for creating these designs?
There is no end of a dreamer, and that embodies me personally. I am a dreamer. I'm a believer. No matter how far I have to go and crawl and learn, and this collection, it's all coming from me. The inspiration of, of what happened to all of us in the world 2 years ago. I think this collection really is giving that kind of hope, the infinite hope that you don't give up. You just have to keep working on it, you just have to believe in it. And I think that's where my inspiration coming from.
How long did it take you to do all these designs?
Honestly speaking, I'm a small brand, but yet I'm doing a lot of great things, big things. It took me probably 4 months, and to be honest with you, Ate Janet, it's so hard, especially here in America nowadays. It's so hard to find the right people to work with you, and honestly, most of these looks, I sew it myself. I cut the fabric myself. I hand sewn the embellishment myself. Well, I started by myself in my kitchen, created an 8-look capsule collection from Ruby Collection 2015. So if I have done it before, then I can do it again. So I think that was the good thing about it, that I know how to sew, I know how to cut fabric, so yeah.
It's amazing how you started, and when did you decide that you wanted to be a fashion designer? From way back in the Philippines as a guy from Iligan, Mindanao, now you're here in the US and starting to showcase your work globally. Talk about that from the beginning, your journey.
Yeah, it was a quite journey for sure. I was born in Iligan City in Mindanao, in the province of Mindanao, and then I grew up in Batangas City. My mom was a seamstress, my grandma was a seamstress, so I saw them almost every day. They inspired me to be like them because I was very curious about my grandma, especially my grandma. It was that moment that it gives me that curiosity that maybe I could be like them. Because I like fashions. I mean, it's always been part of our blood in the culturally way back in the Philippines because, when I was in high school, I already start sketching. Way back then in the Philippines too, it's, we love celebrating the 18-year-old, the debut. And then I choreograph too, I do the makeup too, and then I sketch the gowns, and then I hired seamstresses. So for me to be able to penetrate that fast in the industry in Hollywood, I just can't believe it. Even until right now, I'm still like asking myself, like, how did it happen? Because it's a lot. But again, I think it's just a matter of, being a Filipino, always hardworking person, and again, I'm always tenacious. I'm a go-getter. So
you mentioned about Hollywood. Tell me about some of the celebrities who have worn your dresses.
Oh, there's so much of them now. I mean, again, I'm just being here in the industry for being a fashion designer for 6 years, and I have been dressing up more than 100 celebrities, from red carpets to the movie premiere to magazines, editorial. Um, my favorite part again, when I was invited to dress up the nominees for the Emmy Awards, which is Monique Coleman, and she became a friend of mine. She was one of the actors for High School Musical, and then of course a pride of me that I have been able to dress up Sweetie, which is also Filipina, and Carrie Underwood. She did not only wear once, twice. And then I have the late Anne H. I have Helen Hunt, Oscar winner, and it's just a lot. But I'm very grateful for it.
And you've been to LA Fashion Week, Arab Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. What's next for you?
Milan Fashion Week. I've never been to Milan. So my target right now to be able to present a collection for Milan Fashion Week. I think it's a great opportunity as well. And also, I do believe that there's a lot of Filipino in our community that living in Milan, and I think there's going to be opportunity for them to watch another runway show for Filipino designers. And I think it's always a pride moment and a great moment to able to see Filipinos around the world and watching you live in your runway in your presentation. So it's a great.
And what are your future projects?
Oh, future projects. Actually, rather every year, I always have a goal to develop a new line, because I have an actual store right now. So my flagship store is in Michigan, in Grand Rapids, where I'm located at. And then, so I'm developing a new line, which is gonna be launching very soon next year, maybe mid next year. The process is a lot, so I'm creating a new line of shoes, men and women. Yes, so I'm very, very excited. And the shoe line, it's on the process already. I just can't wait to show it and launch it, and share it with fellow love fashions. So yeah, I love fashion. So yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us today, and more success to you.
Maraming salamat din. Thank you.